Hey guys, Terrapup here, and doing a new video, and I wasn't really planning to do this one, but this is the main firewall for my house, and as you guys know, I posted a short about 2 or 3 weeks ago where I woke up and there was no internet because the hard drive had died. I had sensor errors really bad on it, and I couldn't for the life of me understand at the time what was going on, but when I got a monitor on it, it was dead. Now, this is not my original firewall. As you guys know, I was going to use this Zima board to replace the Lenovo, which is now doing my studio recording. This is running pfSense. This is my secondary firewall that talks up here now to the Banana Pi R3, which is for my small board network. But the other issue I'm having, and I'm not sure if it's my wireless router or my firewall, but I keep losing internet on my main house network, and my kids, instead of telling me that we've had issues, they've been hopping over here on the Banana Pi R3 because they're telling me that the networking, the network is really good on that. So I have to do something, okay? So this video is going to be me setting up a new computer. We're going to shut this down and we're going to install a fresh copy of pfSense. I love pfSense. It's probably the easiest firewall that you could run, okay? And we're going to see if that helps. If not, luckily I got a Banana Pi R3 Mini coming, and I could replace this. One of the reasons I like this ASUS is I got 2 young kids, and the parental controls on this is really good. The other thing I could do, and this is what we were testing out, was a friend of mine gave me this Netgear Nighthawk. I could use it, but this is Wi-Fi 6, and I think this is Wi-Fi 4. I need to take a look. Meanwhile, let me give you guys another update from another short video. So I have been working really hard to get the network for the small board computers up and running, and there's another short out there that showed how ugly it is. I now have this, so nobody can trip over it. Still didn't have enough link, but that big ugly Dell Power Connect that was right there has been replaced with this Trendo 1 gig. And as you can see, it's up and running. This is going back to my switch, and this right now I have another track, and this adhesive tape is nice because it doesn't come up. And I got it running under the baseboard, and it's going to here. And all that ugly mess that was down here is gone. Okay. The Cisco 1 gig switch I had up underneath the couch, gone. The cord that was coming out from underneath my desk, is gone. Excuse the rat's nest behind here. But we plug into this, which goes into my Banana R2 Pro, okay, which is acting as a desktop switch and NAS. I'm still working on that, but I'm making progress with it. And the other thing I did to improve my network is I bought a power over Ethernet because I'm hoping in the next week or so I get my power over Ethernet hat for my sweet potato, and then I can show that. I know it works good because you guys have seen my video. That's the Banana Pi P2 Pro, and it powers up just fine through the switch. So because I've been focusing so much on network, I hadn't been able to do new videos. So we're going to switch over to a better camera, and I'm going to show you the new my new firewall, and I'm hoping this will do the job. It's another Beelink, so let's switch over. So this is now my third Beelink mini PC. As you guys know, I bought one earlier this year when my gaming rig Frankenstein kind of died because of an accident, and replacing the motherboard and CPU, I was able to bring it back up. And believe it or not, that little Beelink has just been phenomenal. The AMD chip in it, I've been able to do some real nice gaming. I'm playing Fallout 76 at medium resolution, so for a small Nook style PC, it's awesome. And then I bought a second unit that's an Intel N100, like the one that I'm fixing to unbox, the one that you guys see on the screen right here. It's part of the reason that I was like, okay, I need a new PC. I could go to Facebook, buy another Dell or Lenovo, but I really need something that's more reliable because I am trying to keep my home lab up. Donated equipment is awesome. I love it because instead of it going into some landfill and polluting it, I'm giving it a second life, and when I'm done with it, I recycle it. So people, if they have hardware, I'm always appreciative when they donate it to me, because believe it or not, I'm about ready to see if Free IT in Athens could use a whole bunch of Dells. They're probably going to tell me they're too old to do anything with it, and if that's the case, that's fine. I'll send them to a electronics recycling factory. But anyway, so I picked up this Beelink mini PC EQ12. It's got an Intel 12 Gen M100. Okay, and looking at the unit that I have, it does not show the CPU unit, but that's fine. Okay, it says up to 3.4 gigahertz. Okay, and we got 16 gigs of DDR5. We have an NVMe 500 gig in here. We have triple display, okay, USB-C and dual HDMI with 4K output. And this is the main reason I wanted it right here. Dual 2.5 gigahertz, okay? And this comes with Linux. I'm probably going to boot it up just to see what version of Linux it has on it, but I am going to nuke it and put pfSense on it. It's got a nice cooling fan. In fact, the other two I have, it's amazing how cool these things are. And, I kind of worry because I have gigabit bricks and those suckers, they can kind of get hot. I mean, I guess technology's come a long way. So, Intel M100, not a bad little CPU. Okay. DDR5 is newest and it's fast, so NVMe. Another reason that I am pretty psyched about this because power. The Dell that we're fixing to replace has a 236 watt power supply. This has a 65 watt. I believe it's 65 watts. Let's scroll down a little bit. Does not say, but most of these come with like a 65 watt power supply. And see it. That's the gaming PC one I bought that's really nice. And it's going to help cut down my power bill. That's part of the reasons I've been, as you guys know, doing a lot of stuff with the ARM computers, and I'm trying to get it up and running. So with that, let's go ahead and start unboxing. Okay. EQ Series Mini PC, 12th Gen, Beelink. It's going to be navy blue. And like I said, I've not been disappointed so far with their PC. So let's get a nice cut in here. And kudos to Amazon. This was actually supposed to come tomorrow. It came a day early. I bought this on, 2 days ago. Let's see. I should be able to... Whoops. Well, at least I didn't stab myself. All right, you know what? I don't see another way of doing this. So. All right. Really would rather pushed it out, but it was in there pretty tight. Okay. Got us a nice little manual. Card with some foam. Put this to the side. I know Intel's not making Nooks anymore. Beelink is one of those that's really come a long way. Right. There we go. I was going to say, I regret not having any fingernails, but okay. And there's the unit. To me, it looks black. Let's see. But they say this is naval blue. We got 4 screws on the bottom that we can open it up. I'm probably going to go ahead, like I said, I'm going to boot it up and see what version of Linux is on this. Probably Ubuntu. But I'm going to take the hard drive out of the Dell because it's an SSD from Micro Center's inland 240 gigabyte. I only paid like 20 bucks. So if this is like most of the other Beelinks, there's going to be an area right here where I can install it. And we'll put it right there. I'm going to grab a fresh backup of my other system. All right, real quick. Power button, 2 USB 3s on the front, headphone jack, air vents on the side. On the back, and like I said, this is the main reason I got it, we have two 2.5 gigahertz input. So I'm hoping one I can set one up as WAM and the other as LAN. Our power dual HDMI, which is kind of sad. It's not going to be used. We got a USB-C here, and then we got an USB 2 here. Okay, and we have HDMI, mounting bracket, another HDMI, okay, screws for the mounting bracket, cord for the power supply, and now the power supply. And let's see. You know what? I'm getting old and I'm getting blind, so I'm going to turn the light on overhead for a second. And let's see. This is, yeah, 65-watt power supply. Okay, cool. Nice, compact. My rack's going to love it because it's going to breathe nicely. Okay, let's put all this to the side. And real quick, we're going to open it up real quick. Magnetic screwdrivers are nice. The way they design these is it's really impressive, okay? Because the amount of gear that they're putting into one of these small boxes. And yes, there's our SATA plug, so we'll put that SSD right there and we'll be good to go. There's our cooling fan, and up underneath it is all the other gear. And I could unscrew this one, and this one, and go up underneath it and look at it, but I don't want to do that. And like I said, this is going to be a simple firewall, so we're not going to worry about you know, adding it and all that. So, but we are going to boot it up. All right, let me get it hooked up so we can power it on and see what version of Linux is on this. All right, guys, so we got it hooked up, and it is booting up, and this looks like it's going to be running Windows, not Linux. Huh. Okay. Not a biggie. We'll let it go ahead and boot up, and I'm gonna stop recording though, because no sense in looking at us setting it up, but nice to know. And it's probably more than likely got Windows 11 on it, so cool. All right, well, let's stop here, and I may pull this out, and because I can use it somewhere else. But hey, all right, let's continue. Okay, so I'm about to pull the unit out. This is a Dell Optiplex 680. Just to show you how old it was. It was rated for Windows 7. It has 4 gigs of memory in it, two 2 gig sticks, and right now it's got a inland 240 hard drive. It did have a it's really weird, it had a 2.5 in it, but it was in a unique case. So we're going to pull that out, and we're going to take the hard drive out. I've already done a backup of my config. Alright, it's removed, and that's going to help a little bit with the rack, the airflow. Normally in a data center, the temperatures, between 64 to 72. I know some are going to say 72, that's a lot, but the modern green data centers they're rated for that, and the equipment runs pretty well. But having just that small Beelink is going to really help. And yeah, I'm probably going to fill it up with more equipment. So, alright, let's go pull the hard drive and put it into the Beelink. Okay. Pull it out. Simple click in. And we'll put it back. These two little teeth look like they line up with these two, so trying to make sure I get it lined back up correctly. I've already created a 32 gig USB flash drive with 2.7 pfSense on it. But what I'm thinking about doing, just to see how much of a pain in the butt it is, I'm going to do this off camera. I'm going to boot it up and see if it will detect the new NICs. I'm thinking I might need to use one of these, because a lot of times with the tube it doesn't like to read it. That's a ASUS 2.5 USB that I picked up. Got it for like $20, and the USB 3. That's a just in case. All right, last screw tighten. Now we're gonna do some playing off camera. I'll do the install off camera, and then once I get everything up and running, I'll show you guys that how it looks in the rack and all that. So we'll be back in a bit. Okay, So a couple things. Um, I guess because the Dell that I had did not really use Secure Boot, it did not see the hard drive. So I couldn't try to see if I could just boot up from what it had, and I tried to look for it in the BIOS and couldn't find it. So that's on me. But again, I had my image on there. I have another video where I'm setting up the Zimmer board. Take a look at it and you'll see what I did to get this set up. Now, a couple things, because I'm using both NICs on here. I now know that this is the LAN port and this is my WAM. So that's going to help set it up. So I'm going to power it off now. I'm going to go put it into the rack. Once I get it up, I need to install software on the unit called Backup. And here, real quick, let's do this, because the other one I don't mind showing. So I mean, it's designed to be where I can teach stuff. So all right. So up underneath system, under package management, okay, I got WireGuard installed, but I should have, I'll show it to you guys real quick. Backup. Let's go ahead and install this real quick. Yes. If you're going to do pfSense, I highly recommend that you install this one, because what this will allow you to do is up underneath diagnostic, you will have backup and restore. And you can go ahead and tell it to back up all your data. And when you do that, it creates this nice little XML. And then in my case, I'm going to have to reinstall. So I would go choose that backup that I just downloaded. Okay. And then I can do a restore. Now, there's another backup file and directory. I don't recommend using it. The backup one that I just installed is very nice. The other thing that's very useful under package management is if you need other tools. Let me show you this real quick. And then, like I said, we'll go install this new firewall over there. Is that, and it's always talking to their repository. I could run DNS here. I can do bandwidth, ARPWatch. It's nice, but with a lot of the FreeBSD devices, they keep changing, so I don't really recommend it. Dark stats is kind of nice because you kind of can get a feel of which hosts are kind of going out and who they're talking to. If you use Nagios, that's a nice one to have. I'm going to install Nmap because I like to do troubleshooting, and Nmaps work from the command line, by the way. Okay. There. Oh, you can do it from the CLIs. So Nmap's real good, that if you need to take a look and try to, see what's on your network, you can. Okay. But there are a lot of packages that you can install onto these little systems. And in that way, you can manage it. And like I said, when I start getting everything settled where I can do what I want to do, I'll go through and I will show you guys some of the stuff. There's a guy, his name is Lawrence, and he does a lot of stuff with um, FreeNAS, and he does a lot of stuff with pfSense. I would find his channel and follow his stuff because he really does a good job. I only um, use pfSense because where I used to work at a startup, we used it, and it's really nice. It's very useful. Okay. And believe it or not, this is the screen that you're seeing right now is the Zima board that I showed you. 2.6, I wouldn't recommend it pfSense on the boards. I had horrible performance, and since then 2.7 is really nice. They don't release all the like updates like they used to, but it's been running on that Zima board for a while and it's been working good. Again, I could have went with the Zima board. I could have went with the newer Zimmer, but I wanted something unique, and this is pretty unique. So let me power it down and then let me get it set up over in the rack. All right. We have power, and it's showing up. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, look at all that space, all the airflow now. Okay, I appreciate you guys watching this. Wish me luck. Hopefully I can get stuff stable. I feel like I own like an MG car or something, because lately all I've been doing is really working on my network, and I'm hoping that I got it to a point where it's stable so I can get back on my video production. You know, I work, so I don't have like a lot of time that I can just focus on this. But until next time, this is TerraPup. Peace.